I've got a problem out here that occurred just before we went to Canada, and I thought I'd fixed it, but it didn't work. And so I've got to try to solve this problem. Over here, I've got this blind that covers this window, which takes in the morning sun, and it heats up the kitchen quite badly. But the blind, as soon as we get a storm, whips around and smacks into the window. And in fact, some years ago, it broke the window here, just by the impact of the metal bar here at the bottom. So we have to secure it, and it's got this loop here for securing it. It's got one at either end. And I took those, and just before we left, I nailed them down to these hideous faux shutters. But when we came back, they had come free. One side had come free, and I re-secured it. And then in the next storm, it came free again. And now the metal hook that it's supposed to hang on, the loop here, is missing, and it's down there on the ground somewhere, and I have hunted all over for it, and I have not been able to find it. And I need to find it because I've got to secure this. I had to pull the thing up again the other night in the storm because it was whipping around, and it's got to be secured. I mean, I could just nail the thing to the wall and be done with it, but I'd rather not. So I've got an idea. So what I need would be one of those sticks with a magnet on the end. My granddad used to have one for finding things that had fallen on his garage floor and getting them out of holes and stuff. And I don't have one, and I'm not gonna buy one, but I do have this stack of super magnets. And they're, pretty solid. They are encased in plastic because they're for educational purposes, but they've got a pretty good hold on them. So I've taken, or I'm about to, I should say, this cheap broom handle. I've removed the head, and with a little bit of tape, of which I have very little left, apparently, I'm going to attach, I don't know, let's put 2 on here. Maybe I should put 3 on there. Can I do that? Will it support that configuration? Or is it just gonna fight me? It's gonna fight me. Whoa! No, yeah, that's not gonna. Ow! Yep. These things are really vicious when they slap. Let's just do 2. Let's just do 2. Like that. It even fights to come down. And I'm taping it on here because it may be strong, but it's not that strong. Let's go see if we can find that thing. Well, I've spent a fair amount of time out there, and we came up empty. Completely empty. Damn. Not sure what I'm gonna do next. I caught them this time. Now, I told you this story a while back, but I'll reiterate it. Now, this house next door is sort of a rental. It's a short-term stay rental. I don't believe there's anybody there right at the moment. So, property manager, owner comes over and he puts the garbage out on garbage day, if there is any. Now, a while back, I had a good garbage can. And then one day, I had a crappy, busted up garbage can. And I thought that it was the neighbor's garbage can, because they weren't the same style. subtle differences between the two of them, but I couldn't prove it. Anyway, eventually I had to replace the garbage can by calling the city. It's a city thing, and say, hey, my garbage can's busted, get me a new one. And they took the old one and they brought me a new one. And well, he saw that. Shortly after I got it, the hinge broke and I had to fix the hinge. You'll recall that, I'm sure. That was one of the exciting things on our show. And so today I had our garbage out, and our garbage sits right here, where I am, and their garbage sits over there in the shadow. Here, see the distance? Way over to there, to here. Came back to pull my garbage cans off the curb today, and lo and behold, my hinge wasn't busted and fixed anymore. And then I look over at the neighbor's garbage can, which sits right over there, and lo and behold, he had my repaired hinge. Now, I can't find anything wrong with his garbage can, so I don't understand why it's been swapped, but it's been swapped. You know, the one where it was busted, that's one thing. This is completely, you couldn't have done it by mistake. It had to be intentional, and yet it makes no sense. But I caught him at it. You can, ooh, might have even got a bolt there. We are taking a pounding again. This might even be worse. It woke us up in the middle of the night last night around 1 o'clock. And apparently it was terrible east of here. And then we've had at least one storm a week since we returned. But it is just absolutely, the house sounds like it's gonna blow away. The dogs are freaking out. There for a while, the lightning was just constant. Now it's only mostly constant. You can feel the house move with the wind sometimes. It's so strong. It's not good. Lightning strike right there. Giant blue explosion. Car coming, of course. Well, I thought I was going to get a swim in before the storm got here. But I came out and I looked back there, over that way, and I realized I'm not gonna make it. And then at that moment, the emergency alarms started going off, saying there's a dust storm warning and watch out. 5 minutes? Should I just jump in the pool? Damn it. That's just not far enough away. Well, so much for swimming today. This is why I prefer swimming in the mornings. This is literally less than a minute later than that last recording. I barely got in the door and suddenly the wind started whipping up. Yep, that's it. Let's hope let's hope it's hot enough still that the rain can't make it this far inland. I think the storms are worse when they happen late at night because the heat has died down in the city. And when they happen later in the day, the rain gets burned out before it gets here. Then we just get dirt.